even stronger. I've been working with the cosmetics for 19 years, but Blushington is like a home for somebody that loves cosmetics because it's all about taking care of your clients and teaching them what to do right, on how to live well and how to look your best without wearing so much makeup or without damaging yourself or without all the stuff that everybody else does that's unnecessary. So, uh, Blushington has 6 stores all over the US: Dallas, New York, and Texas. No, Dallas, New York, and Texas, yes, Dallas. And it's an amazing, what is so amazing about Blushington is that they have curated most of the lines is women found, and it's all about encouraging women and how to be stronger, successful, and using clean beauty. And that's what Blushington is about. And I am super excited today to be here because Blushington is the premier destination for also dry styling, which is super amazing. I'm a cosmetologist, and I've been doing hair color for many years. And today I am going to show you guys a really quick way to just like actually go to bed and wake up in the morning and have your hair ready for a Zoom meeting and have your makeup done in 2 seconds in a way that you don't have to do so much because everybody thinks it's so much to do it and it's not. And every product I'm going to be using today is going to be on blushington.com, and you can use Eduardo 20 and you're gonna have a 20% off. I remember 19 years ago, and even through the whole entire years that I've been working in cosmetics, is there's no discounts unless I don't even there's no discounts in cosmetics. And not only that, you can go on Blushington and you can find amazing classes that you can have one-on-one, a pre-party, and all the things that you can get together with your friends and learn on how to do your makeup and learn how to do a look that you want to learn tonight to go out with your friend and go out on a dinner. Or I am working today on a Zoom meeting and I want to go out for cocktails tonight. I just wearing my mask and I want to just have my eyes done up. So let me show you on Lucky tonight on how it's beautiful to look with very fresh makeup and not too much on. First, I'm gonna clean her face and I'm using a Biotherm. Biotherm is this amazing, Biotherm is super amazing because what I like about Biotherm is very clean, it's a seal water, and what it's going to do is going to just clean the rest of what you washed on your face. Usually we use a cleanser, but a cleanser will not take all the dirt out of your face. So you have to go off with a seal water. There's so many products out there, and the great thing about the Masil water, it's pumped, and they will pump it twice, and your whole face will be clean. So what you're gonna do, you're just gonna go ahead and clean your face, always lifting everything up. Always make sure you lift everything up because we want to work against gravity. Make sure you guys are clicking on the chat box on the right hand side on the little 3 blues, and that way you guys can get a full vision of the what I'm teaching you, so that way you can see it better. So now that I'm cleaning her face, her face is nice and clean. I want to make sure I moisturize. The reason why we moisturize before we do our makeup is because we want to make sure all the fine lines and all the dryness that's on her face, because she's been actually using Progressive Peel, which is an amazing product from Blushington. And she wants to make sure that everything is hydrated, and she wants to make sure everything is nice and plump, because that's the only way your foundation will lay smoother and it is gonna go on perfectly, is if you moisturize. So I am going to be using today is the Nurturing Cream, the Nursery Cream Beauty RX. It's amazing. It's very nurturing, and what it's doing is replenishing all the dryness and everything that skin needs after a peel. So the progressive peel is going to take all the dead skin, and this is going to replenish. You want to use it every night. But before you do that, we want to use a serum. And I'm going to use this amazing serum, which is a vitamin serum. I'm going to use 2 pumps, and I want to go ahead and just all over her skin. I want to go all over it. Okay, so now we did that. I'm going to use a little bit of moisturizer. Nothing too much. Every time you're going to do your makeup, you want to make sure that you have a moisturized skin because you want to make sure that the makeup lasts longer. You want to make sure the makeup goes on smoother. You want to make sure everybody looks on TV and everybody wants to look like a celebrity. And that's what it is about. It's about taking care of your skin first. It's not about just putting on color and covering everything up. It's about color correcting. So what I'm doing right now after Lucky is nice and moisturized, I'm gonna color correct Lucky. And what I'm using is the Stila Color Correct. For somebody like Lucky, I wanna use the pink cream, and I also wanna use the peach cream. Why? Because she's fair. She has pink undertones and she has freckles. She's very fair. So that's what you want to use. Somebody like me, you're going to go to the red and to the yellow, but that's what she's going to use. And plus, reason why you use a color corrector, it's because you're not going to have to use as much foundation and you're not going to have to use as much cover up. You want to look natural and fabulous like the TV commercials. And that's what it's going to do for you. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to go ahead and use the color corrector on as a primer. I'm going to cover the top of her eyes and just correct whatever it is uncorrected, whatever imperfections that Lucky has. Lucky has pink undertones, so I want to make sure that all those pink undertones are covered. I'm not only going to go with the color correct, I'm also going to go with something else that I'm going to show you in 1 second. First, we're going to go with this. You go over as you're using a concealer. Very lightly. The same thing. Under your eyes, the skin is very light and it turns to purple. So you want to make sure you cover it with a color corrector because if you just go over with a concealer, it's gonna look like you have 1,000 pounds of makeup. You don't want that. So now you wanna make sure that you do that. You wanna make sure that you cover it. You wanna make sure that you cover that with these 2 colors right here. If you have an undertone such as myself, you want to use the orange one because that's going to cancel the different colors for a darker skin. Lucky has light pigmentation, so we want to use the cream light or the darker cream color. And that's a great thing about Stila because you can always find the perfect color for yourself. And not only the thing that you can always find, close it, you can always use this as an eyeshadow primer. So So you just go over very lightly, and you do the same thing in the next eye, very lightly. When you guys are done with this look, you guys are gonna be like, oh my God, who is this lady? You're gonna have no idea when I'm ready to show you. It's all about making sure that your skin tone is covered because you don't want to use too much makeup. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that everything is nice and covered. So now, because Lucky has a little bit of rosacea, I'm using the CC corrector. And one little drop of the CC corrector, and this is an herborium product. It's really like the best thing you'll find in the market. It's so magical. It looks green right now, but once I emulsify with my fingers, it will turn into the color of her skin. And I'm using the CC cream, a dab of it. I'm mixing both together. You can use both of them together if you have a skin tone like Lucky and you're gonna make a foundation. Look, it's turning colors. It's turning the color. Not my color, but hers. So what I'm doing now, I'm going over the red spaces on her face. And you dab it all over the spaces on her face that you think is red. And your face as well, if you think you have like a pimple, or if you think you have like too much freckles and stuff like that, you go over very lightly, very lightly. And that's a great thing about Herborium because you will show true to your own color. And that's what I love about it because you don't have to wear too much makeup. The best makeup you can wear is your own skin. And that's one thing I learned in makeup school, and that's one thing I go by it. You always wear your own your own skin. Your skin is the best makeup you can always wear. One thing that I always tell everyone. So now I'm using a beauty blender because I want to just slightly blend very lightly. You just go over. What I'm doing right now is called color correcting. Why am I color correcting? Because I want to make sure I don't want Lucky to wear too much foundation. I want her to look gorgeous. I want her skin to show on its own because Lucky wears a progressive peel every day and she knows that she doesn't have to watch makeup. She doesn't want to wear too much makeup. So all she wants is a little bit of coverage and just be bright. Everybody wants to be bright. And that's a great thing about Herborium, and that's the great thing about this line that I love it so much. It's so like light. It's super. It is what you want. You get what you're looking for. Light, and that's it. Look, I'm wearing one dime drop, and I'm going over her face lightly. Lightly all over her face. And nobody can. This is amazing. That's what I love it so much about it. It makes me want to just smile so much because it's just a little tiny bit of coverage. It just makes you look flawless. And the thing is about the progressive peel, you guys gotta go on blushington.com and definitely check it out. Or go back to my old class. You guys can see what the progressive peel is about. I'm not explaining about in this class because I'm really concentrating on the light coverage Like Lucky has amazing skin, and she has a skin of a 20-year-old, and I wish I had her skin for God's sake, but I don't. And look at this, like look at the firmness and look everything. Look at her face, like seriously. And this is because of the progressive peel. Everything comes because of the progressive peel. You know, this is not. There's no. She doesn't use any kind of anything besides what I recommend to her from Blushington. And I'm wearing a very thin layer of makeup, which is the Aqualuminous. After I used the CC cream and the red corrector and the CC cream, and this is what comes out of somebody that this is what your skin's supposed to look like. As you guys can see it, if you can come a little closer, her skin reflects skin. This is like everybody's dream skin. Like it makes me so excited because I just love the way her skin looks because it's reflective, it's firm, like everything is where it's supposed to be. Like it's amazing. It's because she listens. I love her so much because she always listens to me. And now I'm just gonna set it really lightly with my powder, and I'm gonna use a Jouer powder. I'm using a Jouer powder, and it's very, very lightly what I'm gonna do right now because that's all she needs, a very lightly setting. Lockie has a little bit of freckles. She's one of those people that you walk in the street like, oh my God, I want your skin off your face because she's so like, her skin is really amazing. That's how we became very close because she's a great friend with my partner. And I fell in love with her skin. She has amazing skin. Like to have amazing skin is about taking care of your skin. And when I tell you guys to use the CC, the vitamin C, and this is it's gonna exfoliate your skin during the day. It's gonna be so soft and so bright. It's really, really, it's something that you just don't even understand why it's happening. So now Lucky is set and her skin is nice and set. So what are we gonna do now? I wanna show you guys on how to contour so you can have that date night, that really nice date night look. So I'm starting with the blush, right on the cheeks. And right now I'm using the Dalian brush and the angle. And I'm gonna start with the medallion because I want to make sure that you guys contour your face. Why? Because contouring your face is gonna show the exact kind of face you have. Lucky has an oval face, so I'm gonna use the Ipanema Sun. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dab it, take the excess, and I'm gonna start right here, right on the cheekbone, from the end of her eyes, going up, and the hairline. Why am I doing that? Because I want to make sure her face comes up. And if you guys don't know how to find the exact line, you can do it with your eyeshadow brush, with the fluffy brush, but you have to be very, very light on it and just go in circle motions. But I don't recommend that for now. I would just go with the fluffy one because the fluffy one is an easier situation for you. And you just go building the color just on the side. You're not gonna go over the top of the forehead. You're just gonna go like this. And you see the definition of her face and how different it's happening right now. So now that I did that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to blush those cheeks, smile it. You're only gonna go from the iris back. You don't wanna go too close to her nose because you don't wanna make like so full of color. And she's very fair. So you wanna go here and back and marry with the color that you just applied. And do the same thing, like going from there back. See, you don't want to go from here on because you don't want to make it look busy. This area of Lockie's face, just beautiful blue eyes. So we don't want to make sure, we want to make sure this area right here is open. This area is the T-zone area. So what are we doing right now? We're just creating shadow. Shadow to just make sure that everything is nice and sultry and beautiful. So from that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys on how to make a little bit darker than what it is. Now, what I'm doing, by the way, I'm showing this look and I'm gonna show you on how to do magnetic eyelashes. I want to make sure her nose is a little bit contour. Nothing crazy, very lightly. Nothing crazy, very lightly. Just she has an angle. You guys can see her very strongly how it is on the camera. And it's very lightly what I just did. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and highlight it on the parts that I want and the parts that are necessary. Never highlight your nose all the way to the tip. It's a no-no. Always go to the bridge of the nose because you just want to show the bridge of the nose. That's all you want to. You don't want to go any further than that. Some people go a little too further. You're not Tin Man. You just want to make sure you're nice and highlighted. And the same PYT blush and highlighters are amazing. On Blushington.com, you're using Eduardo 20. You can find not only this blush, but amazing eyeshadow palettes from PYT. And you're gonna use this blush right above where I contoured. Right here. I'm so sorry about the questions. Oh my God, if you guys have any questions, here I am. I want to make sure that I answer all your questions. From Blushington, everyone. From Blushington, everyone. Guys, if you have any questions, please make sure you guys ask me any questions. I've been so focused on the... Please make sure you guys ask any questions you guys have because I'm here for the questions. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just highlighting above her cheekbone. And see how soft they made. Like, look, she's highlighted. You see the cheekbone, everything is amazing. And the same thing right here. And now I'm going back a little bit because you can't just contour on the top. You have to make sure that the jawline, since she has an oval face, you want to make sure this area right here is a bit contoured. You go back in the ear. And that's it. You just go back in the ear. A little bit here, a little bit here. You see, and this creates a line where everything is nice and beautiful. And look, this mama right here, she is so beautiful because she listens to me and she has an amazing skincare because of the progressive peel that has changed her life. And listen, she is 42 years old and she's been using the progressive peel for a year. And this is how much the progressive peel has done for her. And her skin is so soft and so fine. To apply her makeup, it's like butter. She looks so amazing. And look at the skin. Seriously. This is nothing. It's just because she uses the progressive peel from Beauty RX. And that's how she looks. She's amazing. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and just brighten her eyes and contour her eyes. And she also has a question. What is the best for dark? What is the best blush for darker skin tone? Actually, one beautiful blush for darker skin tone, you can use Tiger Lily by Becca. Tiger Lily by Becca. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And it makes you look super bronzed. This is it. It looks orange, but it goes amazingly on. That's what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing Tiger Lily. It's so amazing. You gotta try it. Can you zoom her face in? Yes. Do you see her face and all of her face? She's 42 years old. She has no lines. It's because of the Beauty RX. Look at her face. It's super soft. It's amazing. You guys got to try it. It's so amazing. Just leave it. Right now, I'm going to show you on how to do her eyes. The best thing to do your eyes, you need to set it. Since her eyes is set, I'm going to go ahead and set it with a lighter color. I want a nice translucent color because I want to make sure everything is nice and matching and gleaming and beautiful. And that's why I like to use this palette. The Jouer palettes, they come in many, many different ones, but this is my favorite. You can use in the winter and you can use in the summer. It's super beautiful. They have amazing colors. I'm using the one first color just all over, just to set it. Especially right here. Now that I did that, I want to make sure that, do you see how much open her eyes is? Close it. Now, when you do your eyes, you're gonna go in the center piece, which is the crease of the eye, in a wind wipe show motion like this, just to create depth within your eyes. You're doing the same thing in the next eye. You're creating depth. Especially when you have blue eyes, because the burnt maroon orange colors, it really brings out the blue of the eye. And you want to make sure you hold the brush very like far away, because you really want to just be you don't want no fine demarcation lines. You want everything to be nice and soft. That's why I love Lucky as a model, because she always has the best features to do it, and I love to just work with her. Even her hair, she's like the perfect model ever. She's just, oh my god, I don't even know how to thank her so much, because she's always amazing. And she makes me look good. Thank you. So now I'm gonna come in the corner in a V shape. If you have hazel eyes, you have blue eyes, this is the color that you want to use. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but this really makes it pop. And I'm just making it really, really nice and lightly, because I want everything to look very natural. Nice and natural. So I'm going back over, and I'm going with a little darker color because this is a date night. This is a fun night. This is a night about nice and dark. Just bringing out our eyes. This is about bringing out the beautiful blues and making it very sultry. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Sorry. Thank you so much. Can you zoom her face in? Yes, I can. Thank you so much. Love you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. What are good color for hazel eyes? The same colors I'm using on her. I'm using the desert and sepia. The same colors I'm using on her. Her eyes are hazel as well, and I'm really bringing in the hazel out. I don't know if you guys can see it closer or not. It's really popping right now. But you want to make sure you hold the brush very far away because you want to make sure that everything is nice and blend. Like nice and blended like that. You want no demarcation lines, but that's not the end of it. Now we're just creating the color. So now what I'm going to do is I want to create a nice, more dramatic lashes so you guys can really see those eyes. Close your eyes, look down, open and look down. I'm really going over with the Stila eyeliner, and I'm gonna make sure that she has nice. I'm gonna put some fake lashes on her right after the liquid eyeliner. Look down. This will be 1 second. Almost done with that. One time, almost over. Just look down. Sorry. Right now, what I'm using on her is the liquid Stila eyeliner. I'm using the Stila eyeliner, and I want to make sure that everything is nice and perfect. It's very easy to use. It's gonna make sure that I have a nice winged liner, or you can use just to make a nice tight line like I'm doing it right now. So leave the eyes closed, leave it closed, and let it dry. So I'm just drying the eyeliner now because I want to make sure that she has this beautiful tight line. And while she's closing her eyes, I'm gonna make sure I apply the blush on her. I'm gonna put a little bit of here, a little bit here. Perfect. I'm using my favorite blush from Becca. And the way I'm applying the blushes, the same way that I applied the bronzer, I don't want to make the blush all the way close to her nose. I want to go right here and on and just applying it over and kneading with it. And that's how I'm applying that. Now, look down. Open, look down. I'm gonna make sure my eyelashes are intact in place. And that's my final deal with the eyelashes. Like, it looks amazing. She looks so sultry and beautiful. And that was just a little bit of eyelashes that just really made like her eyes totally pop. Look at those beautiful eyes. Like, it looks amazing. Close it. I'm making sure that she looks amazing. I'm making sure that she looks totally blended. And that's what makeup is about. Makeup is about making sure all in all is blend. The blended parts are blended. Look up. I want to make sure. That's why I want you guys to make sure you guys get a hold of the Stila palette for color correcting. Now I'm going over her eyes after color corrected with the powders from the Stila Corrected. I did not have to clean nothing from fallout or anything. Her eyes are super popping right now. You guys can see it. It is so, it's just like I am mesmerized with it. So all I'm gonna do now is highlight it. I'm just gonna make sure she's highlighted little by little. I'm so excited myself because she looks so amazing. Make sure you guys are checking everything out on the chat. I hope you guys, oh, hi, thank you so much for the compliment. You can now book on, you guys can now book online classes. So guys, let me show you now on how to highlight. When you're highlighting a beautiful face like this, you see how glamorous and all her face is coming up. Everything is coming up. And she is 41 years old, no plastic surgery, no nothing. Like everything is beautifully coming up. So this is what you're gonna do with the highlighter. You're gonna highlight the bridge of the nose, the forehead, and a little bit on the sides on top of where you did your contouring. Look how gorgeous she looks. I cannot even contain myself because I love it so much. I want to look like that. And then what are you gonna do with the eyebrows? You're gonna make sure that everything is combed back. First, you comb back with the spoolie, and then you do your preference. Do you want to have your eyebrows done by pencil? Do you want to have your eyebrows done by a gel? I like gel. So I am going to do my eyebrows a little bit by gel and a little bit by pencil. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go a little bit by pencil. A little bit by pencil. I'm going to go a little bit like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna make sure that everything, don't you love those lashes? They're amazing, right? So I wanna make sure that everything is nice and gorgeous. I'm gonna go and just, when you're filling up your eyebrows, by the way, you just wanna fill out the sparse areas. You comb it back and you just go very lightly, like choo-choo-choo, choo-choo-choo, just the areas that are a little sparse. And then you go here and you do the same thing there. Go back, and then we're gonna just make sure that this is nice and clean. Nice and quickly. You just want to make sure everything is nice and beautiful. So you just go ahead and just fill up the sparse areas of your face the same way you're gonna do with, and you know what? There's some areas sometimes that you need to go over a little tiny bit because we're perfectionists. So okay, sorry about that. I like your way you're doing your makeup tutorial because most women like the way they should follow a lot of tutorials that require heavy makeup. Makeup should enhance your beauty and not cover it. Thank you for demonstrating that fact. Thank you so much. You are so nice. Yes, it's about that. I've been doing makeup since I was 17 years old, and it is about in your beauty. It's not about covering anything. It's not about becoming somebody else. It's about making yourself feel beautiful. And I have tons of beautiful girlfriends like Lucky, and I love them making feel beautiful. And I love to just keep on doing that for the rest of my life. And I'm glad that you recognize that. Okay, so now, just give me 1 second. Here. Okay, I can make this look so equal like that. Yeah, perfect. I think you're gonna understand now. So now you're gonna see this, and this is what beauty is about. Beauty is about within. Beauty is about looking amazing. Do you see how your eyebrows look? It's sisters, not cousins. They're just naturally like that. I don't want to make. Do you see what I mean? So now I'm gonna go and just highlight this beautiful area. And one thing I want to show you guys, which really is my favorite line, is Nude Envy. You can find it on blushington.com. And you can also find the pencil that I'm going to use on blushington.com, which is Stila for the eyes. I'm going to go ahead, look up. I'm going to just show you to go halfway on her eyes. And it's the brown from Stila. And that really finished the touch of the eye. If you want to make a little extravagant, you can using the liquid, but I'm just gonna keep it this way right now. The next class that I'm gonna teach, I'm gonna show you guys on how to do that. So I am going to finish her lips right now. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna finish her lip right now. Her face looks so amazing. And thank you so much, guys, for noticing everything. Thank you so much for the compliments. You guys want to start from within and going in. And you're gonna do the same thing on the side. Doing the same thing on this side. Your eyes look so amazing. It looks so blue. It looks so amazing. I'm so jealous. And now I'm gonna go ahead and use this amazing gloss from Nude Envy is my favorite line. And the thing about it is like a little finger. So you can use like you're using your little finger. Now, guys, listen. One thing about this amazing lady right here, she looks fantastic. And how can you get full lips of the products you use on this? I want you to use Peaceful. You're gonna use Peaceful, and you're gonna use Lip, the Minimal from Kavanaugh Kwan, Minimal. And you're gonna go from inside out. It's a nude color. So you're gonna go from the outside in. And you created that. You're just gonna go on the line of the lip. Now that you did that, you're gonna get the lip gloss and you're gonna go in the inner area of the lip. And that is gonna create a nice full lip because the outer area of your lip is darker and the inner area is lighter. And look how nice her eyes are. Her eyes look amazing. Let me see her eyebrows. Her eyes are amazing. Look how amazing her eyes are. And one more trick I gotta show you guys. Before you go to bed, you guys can use the virtual line of hair and shampoo. You're gonna use Virtue, And when you use Virtue, you can find it on Blushington.com. It's a 6-in-1 product. Virtue, a 6-in-1 product. You can find it on Blushington.com. And you're gonna put it all over the hair once it dries out. And once it dries out, the hair, I'm gonna show you what the hair is going to look like. And I'm gonna show you how I got the hair to look like that. Okay, so this is Lucky's hair, and this is how her hair is right now because I set her hair with the product that we find at Blushington. And all you have to do is shake your hair like this, and you're on a date night. And what do you guys think? You guys look at her, how amazing she looks. That's how she looks right now. And I'm gonna tell you guys on how she achieved this look. Her hair, I color and cut, but the reason why her hair is fluffy and curled like this, and the curls are like this, is because I used Virtue on her hair. Virtue is a hairspray and also a cream, which is a 6-for-1. Once your hair is air dried, you're gonna apply a dime portion in your hand. You're gonna emulsify it. You're gonna put in the ends of the hair. Now that you did that, you're gonna prepare your hair and divide it in the center. Once you divide your hair in the center, mind you guys, this hair was not blow dry. I set this hair with only the products you find at Blushington. Her hair is straight. It does not have that volume. Tell them, Lucky, it does not.
Doesn't.
So I will apply the product in her hair, and I'm gonna use a satin top. It's like a satin sheet. You can use a piece of a towel or a belt to a robe. And you're gonna put in the center of the hair. This is before you go to sleep. You're gonna get her hair before you go to sleep. And you wanna make sure that everything is nice and set and it will not move. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure everything stays in place. So if you don't mind, just hold this area. So you can have somebody else help you. So it's really easy. You're gonna get starting. It's like a French braid. You're gonna start with this piece of hair and that. So you're gonna go over and you're gonna get another piece. And you're gonna go over again. And you're gonna get another piece. And you're gonna get over again. And you turn. It's like a French braid. And you're gonna go over and rolling everything on that piece of cloth. And all it's doing is making sure your hair is nice and curled from the Blushington products, Virtue. Virtue is a 6-in-1 product. It has everything that you need for your hair. It makes sure that your hair is nice, smooth, and also is really used to comb it through. But the best of it all is gonna make sure that your hair is nice and set. So the next morning when you get up, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna get a hair tie. And this is it. And you're gonna go over the next piece of your hair. And look at this. And you're gonna go over and you're gonna go over. It's like a French braid. And you're gonna go over and one more. And all you have to use is Virtue. Virtue, you can find it at blushington.com. It's a 61 product. It's so nice. It's so moisturizing. It's really amazing. You will love the effects of the product. So you turn it and you're gonna make sure that it just keeps on turning it. And all you're doing is the hair piece is a support for it. So your hair stays nice and curl. And one thing about this, there's no hair heat. There's no frying the hair or blow drying it. And now that your hair is nice and set, you're gonna go to bed. And the next morning, you're gonna wake up. You're gonna take this off. After you take this off, and this is how your hair is going to look. And this is Virtue. Virtue from Blushington. And please, guys, come and check it out. Look at how gorgeous this beautiful woman looks. She is so amazing. And this is made by Blushington. Because of her, she is the best client ever. Thank you so much, guys. Next Wednesday, I'm gonna be back on, and I have a really big surprise for you guys. And I'm gonna teach another trick about a dry hair styling, which is a really great thing to do now that we're sitting here at home in this situation that's happening right now with the pandemic. So it's a great way, since we don't have a way to blow dry our hair, we have a way to set our hair and wake up looking like this. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.